This New Year's Eve and night of King Arthur's court enjoy the Christmas festivities with a grand feast. They exchange gifts with one another and at the request of Arthur, they share stories of adventure. All of a sudden, the doors are forced open, and a mysterious figure rides down the hall. Before them is an enormous man on a green horse, with green skin, green hair, and a green axe. He dismounts holding his axe in one hand, a branch of holly in the other. Naturally, this intrusion is not taken lightly, and knights of Arthur draw their weapons. The Green Knight laughs this off, claiming he has not come looking for a fight. Even if that was the case, no man in this room will even come close to presenting a challenge for him. Instead, he wishes to share the festive spirit with a game. The rules of this game are fairly simple, and who is brave enough may strike him as hard they desire. Whoever accepts this challenge will get to keep the knight's splendid axe. The only condition the Green Knight sets is that he will return in 1 year and dare to return this blow. A game like this will cause some hesitation. Why would someone want to play a game that will surely result in their death? What is the catch here? The knights remained wary of the situation, but King Arthur was not one to shy away from a challenge, and was ready to accept. However, Arthur's nephew and youngest of all the knights stepped forward. Sir Gawain accepted this challenge on behalf of Arthur, eager to prove himself worthy. The Green Knight took no expectation to this. He leaned over and presented his neck, almost instructing Gawain where to strike. Gawain took his blade and swift strike beheaded the Green Knight. The young knight was given the prestige and recognition he desired, and our story ends here. At least, that's what may have happened if this knight was an ordinary man. The Green Knight neither flinched or fell despite being decapitated. Instead, he dropped his axe, walked over to his severed head, picked it up, and faced the king and queen. In 1 year and 1 day, we shall meet again at the Green Chapel, and I shall return the blows. Gawain, he reminded the young knight before riding off, his sinister laugh echoing through the hall. Arthur assured his terrified wife that this was merely a light-hearted game to ease her concerns, but Gawain didn't seem as convinced. He took the axe as a trophy, but also as a reminder of his promise to the Green Knight. As the year went by, Gawain continued his duties and took part in several adventures, paying little notice to what appeared to be his impending death. Eventually, the day drew close, and Gawain set off to meet the Green Knights in the Green Chapel. On his way, he came across a magnificent castle, and in the need of rest, he decided to enter. The lord of the castle and his beautiful wife were overjoyed to have such an. Gawain only planned on a short rest, but the lord insisted he enjoyed their hospitality until he was fully rested and ready to continue his journey, as the Green Chapel was less than a few miles away. given what was waiting for him at the Green Chapel, it seemed like a good idea to accept the Lord's offer. The only other person of note in the castle was an old hag that Gawain assumed must have been of some importance by the respect she was given from the servants and the Lord himself. The Lord was a rather big fan of hunting, and he made Gawain a proposal. Every day the Lord went out hunting. He would give Gawain what he caught, on the condition that Gawain would give him whatever he gained while he was gone. He accepted the Lord's challenge, and when he set off for his daily hunt, the Lord's wife began with some subtle flirtation, and so in order to avoid an uncomfortable situation, Gawain retreated to his chambers. Unfortunately, she followed and continued her seduction, trying his best not to offend his hostess but also respect his host. He allowed the Lord's wife a single kiss. When the Lord returned, he presented Gawain with a deer he had killed, and in return he received a kiss, but Gawain didn't mention where this kiss came from. The next day, the Lord set out for his hunt. Once again, Gawain rejected the advances from the Lord's wife. This time he was given 2 kisses. The Lord returned with a bowl for Gawain. In exchange, he is given 2 kisses, and again, he doesn't tell the Lord where they came from. The third day begins with the Lord setting off for his hunt. However, when Gawain rejects the advances of his hostess this time, he gives him a golden ring to remember her by. Even this is rejected by Gawain, but the Lord's wife insists that he accepts her sash, a wonderful green and gold sash that was enchanted to protect the wearer from any physical harm. This eaten, Gawain accepts, after all there is a giant Green Knight eager to decapitate him. Gawain is then given 3 kisses and made to promise he will keep these gifts secret from husband. When the Lord returns, he presents Gawain a fast this time, and in exchange he was given 3 kisses, but Gawain doesn't mention the sash given to him. The next morning is the day Gawain must travel to the Green Chapel. He ties the sash around his belt. When he arrives at the chapel, the Green Knight is already there sharpening his axe. Gawain hesitantly walks over, and as a part of their deal, presents his neck, and prepares to receive his blow. The knight pulls back his axe and swings, but stops just short as Gawain flinches. The knight laughs, telling Gawain he thought the knights of others feared nothing. The second time, the Green Knight pulls back his axe. Gawain bites down and doesn't flinch. The blow he receives, however, most definitely doesn't match the one given. Strangely, Gawain is angry at the knight for holding back and berates him until he does strike him at full force. Luckily for Gawain, the sash given him appeared to have worked as the strike only left. He revealed himself as Lord Bertilac, the exact same lord of the castle Gawain had been a guest of. He was transformed into the Green Knight with the use of magic. The old woman he noticed earlier was in fact the sorceress Morgan Le Fay in disguise. The axe would have never caused Gawain any harm, but because he failed to present burnt leg with the sash his wife had given him, the word from the third strike would be ever present, a scar that marked his dishonesty. Gawain kneels in shame for his deceit, but the Green Knight laughs it off and tells him to stand, reminding him not to hold himself to such unrealistic standards. The fact he honored his end of the bargain was enough for the Green Knight to call him the most blameless knight in all the land. Gawain returned to Camelot wearing the sash, a symbol of his failure to keep his promise. In honor of Gawain's adventure, the knights agreed to all wear a green sash as a reminder to always be honest.